hauntedflower.com and hauntedflowerreviews.com, and today I'll be talking about Trouble with the Curve because I was in Africa for almost a month, and when I came back, I kind of cringed at a lot of things that were available in the movie theater, and this one was the one that I was definitely most interested in seeing because it stars Clint Eastwood. I also thought that maybe he directed it, but I was wrong. Someone else does. And that's too bad. It is kind of the opposite of Moneyball, where Moneyball broke things down in baseball to a numeric formula that could be used to find out a player's worth. This one goes completely the opposite route. Clint Eastwood stars as a baseball scout. He's getting on in years, and he's having a lot of trouble with his eyes now. And they're kind of thinking about forcing him into retirement soon. His daughter is played by Amy Adams, and she works at a law firm, and she's trying to become a partner there. But when she hears that her dad's in trouble and is going on one last trip to scout a young player, she ends up kind of being guilted into going along with it to try and help him out because she loves her dad even though they have a somewhat estranged relationship for reasons that will be gone into in the film. Goodman is a friend of Clint Eastwood's in the movie and is helpful in the guilting process and is kind of on Clint Eastwood's team throughout trying to help him out, while Matthew Lillard is another scout who rarely leaves his computer or goes out and sees the players and is basically the Moneyball type, but very sarcastic and mean and wanting to get Clint Eastwood out of there. Justin Timberlake also comes along as another baseball scout, and he is a nice young man who was scouted by the Clint Eastwood character earlier in his career. He played baseball for a while, but then due to an injury had to drop out and get a job. He's trying to become an announcer. I don't know how you can work as a scout and then become an announcer, but for the purposes of this movie, assume that you do. There's also clogging. That's why you should watch this movie, because there's clogging. There's some really great relationships, there's some well-written scenes, there's a lot of foreshadowing, a lot of Clint Eastwood as a grumpy old man who's grumpy about being old, but he still can be quite ferocious when he wants to. I really like watching Clint Eastwood in his movies the past few years. He's just got this character down. Even if it's the same character in multiple movies, it's still a character you really enjoy watching because you really want to root for him. You know, you kind of curse the gods for making everyone old. Amy Adams is adorable and you want to fight for her. She's a strong woman. And Justin Timberlake, you just think he's cute and flirtatious, and he totally sells this character too. It's just a good movie. It's really solid. I don't think it's quite as good as Moneyball, but it's a really great movie, and it's another one of those movies where you don't have to know much about baseball and you can still enjoy it quite a bit. I love sports movies. I don't watch sports a whole lot in real life, but I like sports movies because they're always like inspirational and have great characters in them and great writing and great build-ups. So I think you should check it out. Thank you for watching my review, and I hope you'll join me next time. Bye!
If you like this review, go to my site at hauntedflowerreviews.com. I also have a podcast on iTunes. Please leave me ratings and comments. Also, we have a store, hauntedflower.com, where you can find the best online apparel and accessories from movies, TV shows, anime, and more. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/hauntedflower, and that's where we have all of our contests too, so you can win free stuff. Go to indiemojo.com if you live in Indianapolis, and you can find out how to go to free movies.